Good morning, Discord. Morning, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all y'all. Let's get into it. We didn't have a lot of movement after hours in the pre-market. Let's see where they want to grab the liquidity from. We have the 5 at 86.39. We have the 20 at 88.84. About a 2-point difference. We don't want to get stuck in this chop in between the 20 and the 5. Let's wait a few cycles. Let's wait a few cycles today. We got some upward momentum. Let's see where they want to grab the liquidity from. By the way, I have a doctor's appointment, so I'm gonna have to cut the stream short. We'll get in a couple hours. I'll leave you guys with some plays, but I'm gonna have to cut it short today. Let them figure it out in here. I believe that last red line I just erased was from yesterday. Wait for the deep structure. Let's see how they react to 87.21. Let's see if they give us one of these. Or if they're going to do this. Five minutes says we are below the water. 30 minutes says also below the water, but 30 minutes says sideways. 5 minutes sideways. Just be patient today. Remember, we want to see what they got going on right here. Somewhere in this little area. You're not missing anything. Don't worry. Just relax. You're not missing anything. Guide off that 5-minute chart if you're in the Discord. Guide off your 5-minute chart in the Discord. The 1-minute chart is just for YouTube and TikTok and everybody else. In the Discord, you got to use the 5-minute chart, okay? See if this takes us below the water. We want to be below the 5 for our safety. Here's the 5 right around 86.22. Remember what happened yesterday, how it grabbed right off the 5 before they turned around, so just remember the pattern. All right, now we're gonna get a chance to test the magenta. We don't want to get caught in between the 20 and the 5. So understand your risk to reward, okay? You're in this range until you're not. We're going to see if the break of this magenta is going to get us back up to the 20. And then the play is already on the screen, so if you can't visualize it, it's something like this. Hold on. And then once we break retest to 20, we'll see where we're at. I told you this is going to be this area right here is where we needed to see what was going to happen. So you don't have to be stress-free. We already have our rules set up. If the setup doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. Just remember, we always have a strategy. There's always a setup somewhere. Now the price action may not agree with our setup at that time, but you know eventually it's going to happen. So we just have to wait for our setup. Are there other setups out there that people may be running? Sure, maybe. Don't know, don't care. We're waiting for ours. We have our own specific strategy. Let them figure their own stuff out. So look, in between the 20 and the 5, if you're, you get a scalp in here if this is what you're interested in. If you want some safety, you're gonna have to wait till above the 20 or below the 5. That's the answer. If you're not gonna, if that's not how you want to play the game today, then you're increasing your risk. If you're in here, you're increasing the risk. If you just wait a little bit, way less risk. Now it's gonna be less reward. It's gonna be less reward, but it's less risk. So you need to figure that out on your own, your risk tolerance. Yesterday, I got boredomed into taking trades in. I think one trade was fine to take, and then once we realized, all right, we're we're definitely in chop. Then I started revenge trading. And it was only until we wait for the actual setup that it worked. It was only until then. It's fine to get caught in chop when you're in chop, right? That makes sense. How else are you gonna figure it out? Especially if you're a trader's gonna trade, a shooter's gonna shoot, right? So if we're trading and we get stopped out, we knew we got caught in chop. All we needed to do was wait for the proper setup, and it happened. Now you'd have to stick around to the end of the day pretty much, but it definitely happened beautifully. Whoever was there, yeah, they got a piece of it. Look, do you see why it's very important to stick to your rules? Because look, I'm pretty sure that this quote unquote momentum candle probably faked out a lot of people. But I warned you against. I said we need to watch out for here. We need to watch out for here. So we're gonna stick to our rules, okay? Sometimes we're gonna break them a little bit. I get it. Because we're human and we have that thing that says, your little conscious and it tells you, oh, we should do this, maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, we should do it. And then, you take the trade or whatever. That's gonna happen sometimes. That's natural, that's normal. All right, let's see what happens on the break of this purple. see if they're doing this. Let me clean up the chart just a bit. We're testing still. We're still testing. Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're defending this area right here, this 87.21. Discord, you should be guiding off your 5-minute chart, by the way. Use your 5-minute chart. The 1-minute chart is just for YouTube and X and Instagram and everybody else. Use the 5-minute chart. That's for you. We're still in our first cycle, okay? We want to wait 2 or 3 cycles. We're still in our first cycle. Let's wait 2 or 3. Remember? Still in number 1. We were protected, right? Don't worry about it. We're protected. Just wait for the setup. Don't front run it. Be picky with your trades today. Let's finish green. Let's finish green. And if none of the setups look good to you, then don't take a trade. In between the 20 and the 5, there's really nothing to do. You know, there's really nothing to do. You're at the most risk here. Back at market open. You didn't miss a thing. Right back at market open. Nothing's changed. Just let whatever needs to happen, let it happen. Okay. All right, we're testing to see if it's going to be the build in magenta and then break the blue, right? So we'll see if blue can get us to the 20. And if we break, retest, and reject, we're going to look for an entry. It's very simple rules. If you're playing outside those rules, then you're taking the risk. Now, if you did take the blue, just don't overstay your welcome. Just take profit when you can. Don't overstay your welcome. All right, let's see if this gave us our 30 cents. Right about. We'll let it run. We'll let it go some more. So look, this is what I'm offering. Whenever I say we're gonna build in this and break that, whatever, it's 30 cents. You know, of course, it's gonna be very hard to get exactly, but we have to have some metric, some standard, some guide. So on the break of the blue, 30 cents from there. That should be enough time to either take profit, stop out, or you figure out if you're gonna hold. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and give that one the win. Now remember, I'm doing setups for people that are scalping, that are taking risky plays, and that are taking less risky plays. So understand, if you're like, oh wait, but I didn't know. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. All right, you see what needs to happen, right? Matter of fact, it's probably a little bit. All right, so break a blue, straight to the target. Now let's see what they're gonna do here. All right, allow this to happen. Allow all this to happen. Still got a minute and a half on this candle, on the 5 minute. Okay, I was on mute. So look, technically, from green to this peak right here, that's our 30 cents. So if you couldn't make money from green to 30 cents, there's nothing I can do. If you're waiting for the setup, then wait for the setup. I offered 30 cents on the play, right? This is what I offer, 30 cents. If it goes past that, great. But I did my job, right? I did my job. I promised you, it's gonna be 30 cents from my plays. That's 31 cents. Plenty of time to stop out, take profit, whatever you're gonna do. Plenty of time to do that on the break of this green. So there has to be some type of standard. We're day trading, get in, get out. You know, figure out what your risk tolerance is, how many contracts you're comfortable with, things of this nature. Now you know. 30 cents is what I'm offering. I'm not saying it's gonna happen every time, but it's there. Now you figure out if you're waiting for this, you figure out your exit strategy. It still should be exit 1, but anyways, you figure out which exit strategy is gonna work for you, things of this nature. So once you start building your 30 cents at a time, you'll gain some confidence to hold a little bit longer, maybe to wait for weak bear cycles, weak bull cycles, whatever it is. But you know, because I can't control your hands after the play starts, right? So if you stop yourself out, there's nothing I can do about that. If you don't let the play develop, there's nothing I can do about that. If you let a red candle scare you, you know, if you didn't take profit when you should have, nothing I could do about that. I offered the 30 cents. There it is. All right, so they're retesting the 20. Now you got to figure out if you're going to hold for the week, what is it, a week bear cycle, or if they're going to spread the legs back open. We'll find out. I'm gonna wait for the magenta to form. I'm just leaving it over here just to have it ready. Thin liquidity. That's thin. We got to see if we have enough strength for off the 20. I'll mark out high a day. Ideally, we'd like to see a stronger pullback. Ideally, but if they got enough strength from here, then it'll be fine. But ideally, I'd like to see a deeper pullback. The magenta hasn't formed, so we need to either allow it to build or it's going to grab strength off the 20 if they want to go up. If we get back down here and we make this resistance, we're going to look the other way. Actually, we're still being between in the chop, so. There we go. Now we want to see if the deep pullback is like this. Let's see if they test this liquidity box and push off of it. So they broke it. They're going to retest it. Let's see if they push off. It's already marked out on the 1 minute. Discord, you can guide off the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Again, your safety is going to be on the break and read test of the 20 or the break and read test of the 5. This is the answer. If you're not okay with this answer, maybe today's not the day for you. If you're scalping, you know, that's different. You got to be in and be out. For example, if you took this purple, you need to start protecting your trade. Or if you took the rejection off 20, start protecting your trade. It took hours yesterday to be picky with our trades. Be picky with your trades. Make sure it looks like the way you want it to look. If it doesn't look like that, there's no trade. Better look good to you. It better look good to you. If they want to push up, you got to expect a little dance right here in this area. Trade protected, right? Trade protected on break a blue. They didn't even give the dance. They just said we're good. Look, build in magenta, break the blue, 30 cents. Remember when I told you I want to see deep structure, I want to see it pull back to here? Look where it pulled back to. I got you, don't worry. Do not worry, everything's fine. We just have to wait for the setup, right? Cool? Don't need to look at order flows. I let the market tell me what's going to happen. Don't need to look at order flows. We know the flow of the order. We don't need to look at that. Like, what are they going to tell us that we don't already know? All right, build a magenta, break the blue, 30 cents. Now you employ your exit strategy. This is why you're here. This is precision. You're not going to get any better than this, and I told you exactly when to get in. I told you what to look for, right? We know we wanted to break the green, retest the green, and continue. Start protecting your trade. You can't lose from here. Now we're going to go level by level. Easy, right? Very simple. I told everyone what was going to happen. Building, and I even said it's not ready. I'll put it when it's ready. Now it's ready. This is textbook. Doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any easier. Stress-free. And then I was saying, make sure it looks like what you want it to look like. So if you want to see a rejection off of this liquidity level, I don't know what else. I don't know what else you need. But you'll get there, don't worry. Easy. This one was very easy. Very easy. This is, remember I told you the ideal setup is right here, and it happened ideally, right? It happened ideally. Good. Well, hold on, wait, don't. okay, if you're already out of the play, then you're out of the play. That's fine. I recommend, yeah, end green for the week. But if you're still in, you know, do your exit strategy. You're right. Whatever. Man, I would suggest you guys figure out an exit strategy that works. That's what I would start paying attention. Oh, to get in. The in was here. What do you mean? Yeah, you gotta wait now. The in was here. The in was on the break of. Let's see if they bounce off this key level. Like the entry was here. After this, this is when you start executing the exit strategy, right? You need to figure out the exit strategy here. The entry's here. You want to enter here so we can at least have some safety. You can protect yourself, and then whatever happens. You can collect, hold, work on your exit strategy, but the entry's here. If you want to wait for another entry, technically, we should wait for another build in magenta and then break the blue. If you want to look for another entry. Otherwise, we need to start figuring out our exits. The entries on the building this, break of that, chase it. Now they broke this liquidity, they're retesting it. Let's see if they reject off of this liquidity now. Everything that's happening now is in either lesson 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure it's 8. All of it's in there with all the entries and exits and how they all work and what the risk is. It's all in there. I would say if we get below like 88, I'll probably look the other way. I'll probably give up on this if we get below 88. I mean, technically it's still, you know, supposed to be below the last low. So technically 88.30. But if you want to be a little more conservative, I think, oh yeah, right at the 20. Yeah, right at the 20. Everything that's happening right now, every single candle that's happening right now is a part of the exit strategy in lesson 8. It's 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure it's 8. Every single candle that's happening right now is already written down in the exit strategy. So look, we broke blue. What did they come back and retest? Blue. They broke blue. They came back and retested blue. So if you're able to hold for the pullback, hold for the pullback. This is all written down in exit in the lessons. You got to go through those lessons. It's written down and it has pictures and drawings and everything like that. This is all a part of the plan. Everything is happening, right? We're still in exit strategy 1. That's all I was telling you. If you're getting out now, you know, just at least employ one of the exit strategies. At least employ one of them. If no, but you know, I think taking at key level, that's fair, right? Taking at your 30 cents, that's also fair. But in time, you'll see what I mean. Maybe, you know, wait for your second bite at the apple, stuff like that. And look, you see this drawdown right here? This is all written down. We already knew to expect this. This is all written down. If you want to take profit here, fine. If you want to wait for the retest and reject, that's fine as well. And we're still in exit strategy number 1. So you have plenty of time to, let's say you entered when you're supposed to, you have plenty of time to figure out what's going to happen, take your profit to say, oh, okay, we're still above the water. The legs haven't closed yet. You see what I'm saying? We have plenty of time to decipher all of this. You need to figure out, do I want to take profit now or can I hold for the pullback? Me, personally, I don't like holding for the pullback for the most part. I don't. I get in heavy, I get out, and if I need to get back in, I will. If it runs, great. That's me. But I'm okay with taking, I'll get in and out. You guys heard me yesterday. In and out, don't care. But look, let's say you got stopped out here. You didn't allow your exit strategy to fully play out. You see what I'm saying? You're missing out on a little bit of extra money. Because we don't know what's going to happen, but just following the strategy is probably the best bet. It's going to be your best bet. And now you can figure out, okay, we're above the water. Do I want to, you know, should I employ exit strategy 3 now? Or am I okay with taking profit here? Do I think it's too much weakness? Plenty of time. You just have to allow whatever is going to happen before you start moving your stop. But if you're like me and you just want to take profit, I'm okay with that too. We have to understand the environment we're in. It's Friday. They're trying to burn out contracts. They're not going to, it's very rare that they're gonna do, you know, let me not say that, because lately it's Fridays they've been moving, so let me not say that anymore. But normally they like to burn out contracts, just go sideways. They'll make a move, get what they can, and then go back to market open. So let's say you did exit strategy 1, you probably should be out somewhere here if you did 1, right? But if you're in 3, you're still in the play. You're still in the play. That's what I'm saying. It's all depending on your risk tolerance. It's all depending on your risk tolerance. I can't, that's what I'm saying. There's no way I can control your hands or your fingers, or I don't know how much you're willing to risk, how much drawdown you're willing to take. That's something you need to figure out as an individual trader. Oh wait, is my audio okay? Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, does everyone understand what I'm saying? Like, do you see how the red candles scare you out? It's gonna happen. I get it. It happens. We have to know what type of trader we are. We have to know. You know, if I got in here and I saw this, once I get here, you better believe I'm moving that stop. and then it hit. Okay. You need to figure out what type of trader you are. Look, exit strategy 3, still running the play. Exit strategy 1 probably would have been out over here somewhere. This is exit strategy 1 exit, somewhere over here. Exit 3 is still running. Excuse me. Yeah, 3 is still running. You know what? I'm messing this up. Exit strategy 1 is taking that key level. Or you know, you do the first move and you allow for the pull and you get stopped out before the pullback. 2 is when the legs cross. 3 is when we get back below the water. Just to be clear, I'm sorry, I've been saying that. I've been skipping one. It's all written down. That's all I got to say. It's all written down. You just got to go through it, right? Because right now, 3 is the one that's hitting, and 3 is the one that takes the most cojones. 3 is gonna be the one that's, you know, that's when you're a gangster. Hey, I'm a gangster. I can hold for this. And yesterday, at the end of the day, that's when I was letting everyone know, okay, you know, now I'm gonna let it run. Remember, we kept getting chopped up yesterday? Well, twice. We got chopped up twice yesterday. And then you notice how I was very itchy with the trigger. My trigger finger was itchy because I kept moving it. I didn't give it any room, right? Because I knew we were in chop, but my emotion was like, oh, you know, I'm bored and I want to do a trade or whatever it is that we go through. But once we got to a certain point in the day and it was very clear, then I was like, look, I'm letting this go. I'm letting this go. So during chop, I was employing exit 1. Just get in, get out, as soon as it breaks, whatever the trend is. When we went to later on the day, then I switched it to like 2. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna let this run. So look, exit strategy 3, bang, still hitting. That's what I'm saying. You got to figure out who. The entry was here. If you survive the pullback, you're fine. Now here, look, second bite at the apple, right? We got our second bite at the apple. You hear me say that often? The red candles are going to be scary. I get it. But if we have our rules, right? I told you, if we get below here, then you might want to say, okay, this one didn't hit, or it was liquidity grab. They grabbed liquidity, but, you know, you would have had to stick to the rules and allow the winner to win. If you keep getting involved and keep moving your, look, let's say this was your entry, and okay, impossible to get in here. Let's say you got the worst fill. You'd have to wait 8 to 10 minutes before, and some drawdown before you could have broke even, or a little bit of profit here. So that's the name of the game. We have to play by the rules. If the rules state to don't move your stop until a certain thing, and you're in there moving your stop within 2 minutes, you're gonna get 2 minutes worth of money. And again, this break, retest of the blue, this is all literally written down. This is actually textbook and perfect. This is all written down. Also, you see that I have a shoulder here. So this is when we're out of the play. This is, you know, this was easy. This one was easy. As I was telling you, if you want to get out, I get it if you want to get out now. However, just hold, you know, I don't want to guide you guys too much. I don't want to tell you what to do with your money too much. I'm giving you the rules, right? These are the rules. If you play within the rules, you'll be fine. You will be fine at the end of the day and end of the week if you play within the rules. But, you know, if you're moving your stop within 2 or 3 minutes, 30 seconds, obviously this one was 10 minutes. If you're not allowing it to win, right? Look, you have to imagine, well, this is going against me. Number one, are we above or below the water? Okay. Remember, your orange. Here, let me mute really quick. I'm gonna mute YouTube and all that. Discord, listen up. I probably said this before, but this is for newer people. Give me a moment, YouTube. I'll be right back. questions. If you have questions, go ahead and DM me, or you can ask right now. But I'm sure one of the OGs will help you out. But if you have a specific question, you can ask me. You can send me a DM. So I think the moral of the story is, number one, you got to go through those lessons. All of this is already in the lessons. Number two, you got to be able to survive the red candle, because nothing here broke our setup. Break, retest, continuation. It was actually here. Break, retest, continuation. So if you're new and you're learning, now you know. Don't worry about it. You should be paper trading at this point anyway, to understand and learn how you're gonna use this information to your advantage. And your best bet is to just allow what needs to happen, instead of constantly just moving your stop. You're never gonna win like that, because you're gonna keep stopping yourself out short, and your losses are gonna be more than your wins. Because if you're obviously too twitchy with your stop loss, you're not going to let your winners win. So you're going to collect $3 and lose $10 every time. And how do I know this? Because this happened to me. And I was extremely tired of that same pattern. So once I got tired of that pattern, I changed it. I was like, even though it hurt my feelings, I was like, oh no, all this red candle, I'd rather just because, you know, honestly, I think personally that it works different paper trading. Paper trading, I am a stud. I'm a stud when it comes to paper trade. Like, when it's paper trading, I am, man, I should be on an island somewhere not doing this. But real trading, it's different. As soon as you crack that wallet open, everything changes, and you start getting sweaty and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly. It is. It's because I think a lot of us don't take day trading seriously. It's more of a hobby. Like, let me see if I can just, scalp a couple bucks today. And when if that's your goal, you're gonna get that result. You're gonna get that result if that's your goal. If you take it as a business and you apply more rules to yourself, if you're more rigid and strict, and you pay attention and you're willing to do the work, and a lot of this is just experience. You just need to see how the market flows. Remember what happened last time when last time it faked me out and did this. Last time they turned around and slapped me in the face and kept going. How many times you're gonna get slapped in the face before you realize, let me stay a little bit further back from them, because you should always be expecting the slap. Look, exit strategy 3, you're still above the water. No reason to leave the trade, right? Even though you see these wicks, that means you tighten your stop. It doesn't mean you have to stop yourself out. If you're in exit strategy 3, you have to figure out what you're comfortable with. Not everyone's a gangster like that. I'm not. Yesterday I was, but not today. Well, I'm not. I didn't take any trades, but either way. There, look. How many times did the red candle scare you? We didn't allow the play to play. Especially with this right here. This was pretty obvious. When I'm telling you it's going to be obvious, look, it's pretty obvious. We know what's going to happen. And again, normally, I think it was Nico was saying like he's going to get out, and I hesitated. I was like, oh, wait. I didn't mean to do that. That was an involuntary reaction. I want you guys to come up with your own strategies, but I mean, not your own strategy. Use mine. Use my strategy, but I want you to come up with your own trader repertoire, right? Look, your wrist top. Oof, this is nice. This is nice. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I want you guys to come up with your own. I don't want you to trade my confidence level, my bank account. I don't want you to trade like that. You need to trade your own, and it's going to take time for you to figure this out. Now, normally, I'm going to try to restrain myself more, because when he said, "Oh, I'm about to get out," I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, wait." I don't want to do that anymore, so I'm going to try to not do that. Because, yeah, if you're comfortable taking profit and leaving green, that is the best idea that I've heard all day. So, Nico, my apologies. You're right. What you did, leaving green for the week, that's the right thing. Because you're not missing anything. We're going to do this again and again and again, right? So, take the money and remember that we're going to just do it again tomorrow or do it again next week. Take your money. You don't have to be a hero and survive and try to go through all the sweaty stuff. We had our secure entry. We had our money. Leave for the day. You're right. That was my fault. I'm going to circulate some blood really quick. I'll be right back. Really quick, to everyone in TikTok that didn't want to burn the 99 cents, look what you missed out on. You didn't want to burn 99 cents. This is all live and in real time, by the way. So you stepped over $1 to pick up a nickel. Congratulations, you played yourself. I'll be here next week. Okay, let's see what we got. So I started this thing on TikTok where it's $1 to get into the live, and then there you go. they didn't want to pay the $1. So they didn't want to pay the $1. You literally stepped over hundreds for one. You saved yourself $1 and you missed out on hundreds. Embarrassing. This is why your parents don't trust you. This is why, because you wouldn't know a good deal if it turned around and slapped you in the face. You wouldn't know a good deal. But you'll figure it out one day. You'll figure it out one day. $1. I don't even think it was 99 cents. It's like, no, I'm not gonna pay that 99 cents. No way. All right, now you see why. And it's still not gonna be enough, right? Because what's gonna happen is, this is what's gonna happen. When they hear the message and when they see what damn, they're gonna be like, oh man, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. And then it's gonna give them, they're gonna hear me talking all this shit, and they're gonna be like, F this guy. F this guy. That's what's gonna happen. But there are gonna be some people that are gonna be motivated, like, not again. Fool me once, shame on, George Bush. Fool me twice, you know the rest. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Or fool me twice, you shouldn't be fooling people in the first place. It's going pretty good. Pretty good. I think today was a really good a day for getting this type of experience in the market, experiencing some drawdown, how to play the drawdown, how to stick to the rules. We got rules. All right, you take your trade, you put your stop below your last low, you let it run. Very, very, very simple, right? The entry was on blue, stop below the last low, winner. Nico was trying to get out over here. I was trying to caution against it, but I get it. I get it. Next time I'm not going to give caution like that. It's imperative that everyone go through those lessons. I'm not doing it for you to add views, right? The lesson is for you. Those I'm never gonna get views. It's never gonna happen, so I don't care about that. It's for you to just take the time and go through it. It's all there. Everything that happened is all in the lesson. Nothing is, nothing is a surprise. Oh, sorry. Now look, if you took this blue, if you haven't put come on now, time to tighten up those stops, and maybe call it a day, call it a weekend. Enjoy the weekend now. Now, if you're doing exit 3 and you're willing to go through some drawdown, fine. If you're doing 2, 2's about to trigger, right? Exit strategy 2 is about to trigger, and 1, 2 and 1's about to trigger. This is absolute perfection. We're not going to get any better. We're going to have to get better surviving this sort of stuff. This is what we need to work on. We know, here's the thing. Listen, Discord. The entries are solid. We don't have to worry about the entries. It's the exit. This is what we need to work on. So we've identified the problem. We don't have to worry about the entries, okay? The exit. That's the only thing we need to work on. I think TradingView has, I think even Webull has it now, where you can do, I would recommend you pick random day and don't look at the day before you do it. Pick a random day and do, look, this replay up here. do this replay. I think you only get it in the paid version. So if you have but I also think Webull offers it for free as well, a replay. Work your exit strategy. Or even if you want to find out the setups for that day, go through one of the live streams, right? Go through one of the live streams, find out the setups, and then you work your exit strategy now that you know the entry, right? This is I'm telling you, this is homework that I used to do just because I just wanted to get good. I went through many days where I just did replays, and yeah, and I would recommend you do the same if you want to take this as a business. To me, this is a business, obviously, but a lot of people they want to scalp, and I get that too. So I'm trying to give you scalp strategies. I'm trying to give you business strategies. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and I don't like cats. Look at this. Look at this money. Wow. And again, normally I won't try to encourage you to not take profit, but but somehow I was just like, wait a minute, hold on before you get out. Hold on. You know, but normally I won't do that. And I'm actually glad that Nico did get out. What you did was the right thing. You did the absolute right thing. In time, you're gonna find your own stride, and you're gonna be like, I need a hold here. It's just gonna take time. And also, I was being asked about the books yesterday. I found both of them. So, hold on, let me go get it. Okay, I actually think this is a good one. It's called, I'll give you guys a second if you need to get a pen or something. I'll wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait. If everyone needs to get a pen, or if you're gonna type down your computer real quick. But this book was pretty good as far as price action, I think. It's called Price Action Trading Secrets, and it's actually by a reasonably popular YouTube, because I started on the internet like everybody else. So a reasonably popular YouTube guy. He's slowed down on the videos lately, but the author is Rayner, Rayner Teo, Teo. So that's a pretty good book, and it's something that I really dived into, and I think it's a good read. I really dived into it. It's a really good read. It's gonna help you for sure doing what we do as far as identifying setups. You're gonna be able to identify setups a little bit better. It's gonna teach you about the candles a little bit better. It's a good book. I recommend it. Here, I'll type it in the thing. If you're not interested in this, kind of like me, like whenever I read, my mind kind of like wanders. It's hard for me to concentrate on text. I do better with visuals and audio, which I found out about myself not long ago. Not long ago, I found out about myself. Yeah, when it comes to text and reading, my mind just doesn't want to hold on to it. Certain topics it will. But if you're the type that doesn't do well with text and stuff like that, then the lessons that I give, you got to go through all of them. It's pretty much a condensed version of the book. So, because they're all the same concepts. But if you just go through, if you prefer to hear and see, instead of reading, then just go through the lessons. It's the same information. Exactly the same information. Well, not verbatim, but because it's the same field, right? So there's going to be overlap. So if you go through like my candles, I think I have a candles lesson on there. How to identify sniper entry, something like that. There's a candle lesson on there. It's pretty much the book. So if you don't want to read the book, do that lesson. That lesson's like, what, 30 minutes or something like that. All right, start tightening up your stops. Start to tighten them. I'm not saying to stop yourself out. I'm saying it's exit 2 is a thing, right? So if you're in exit 2, you probably already took your profit here. Remember, the entry was here. Dang. This was our entry. We only had 2 setups today, right? It was here and here. If you were safety, you only did this one, which was on the 5, right here. If you wanted your safety, it was here on the break and retest, and I have a, excuse me, I have a nice green line that says buy call. A nice beautiful green line that says buy call. So I did my job today. There's nothing more I can do. This is gonna take you some time. You have to follow the rules. And the only reason why it's gonna take you time is this right here. This right here. These 3 minutes. You know what? I would say 1, 2, 3. Maybe these 5 minutes right here. This is why it's gonna take you time. Until you can survive this, that's when you're ready. Otherwise, get the money when you can. Get in and get out. That's the answer. That is the answer. I get it. When you see this drawdown right here, you're like, oh no, I don't want to go red. I get it. I know. Especially if you see this, and then you're like, yay, I'm making money. And then 1 candle later, it's you're completely deflated, and I get it. I know. But if you're wondering how long it's going to take you to be profitable, until you can overcome this. That's the answer. Until you stop expecting that every move, the candles are just gonna cascade one on top of the other, on top of the other, with no pullback. Until you realize that's not a thing, that's when you'll be profitable. All right, here we go. Okay, we already have it marked out actually. It's already on the 1 minute. I have already prepared you. Dang, when did I put this here? What the hell? That's convenient. Very convenient. Look at that. I already set you up. So we're not looking for puts until we get somewhere over here. Okay, and reminder, I do have to leave early today, so I have to go to the doctor. I completely didn't even go last week. I just didn't even go last week. I forgot. I completely forgot about it. And then they sent me the reminder like, did you die or are you coming in at some point? So I think I gotta make it in there. Let's see if See, now it's sketchy up here. Thin liquidity up here, right? It's sketchy. Because I'm worried that it'll break to grab the liquidity before the push down. So here we need to, we'll look to see if 96 makes some type of support. Okay, so to protect against the stop hunt, you know, if you're looking for an entry, your safety is probably gonna have to look something like this. We look overbought on the 5. Well, it looks pretty solid on the 30. Looks pretty solid on the 30. So let's see if they do this on the 30. Okay. This would be ideal for an entry somewhere over here. What is, oh, let me look at it. 90.01. So yeah, maybe a retrace on the 30-minute down to here like that. So for continuation up, you know, I'd like to see it get down here. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just the same move. If you're looking for an entry, I need to see a bigger pullback. Me personally, that's what I would like. Bigger pullback. Here, let me redraw it. And look, if it doesn't look like this, then there's no trade. I want to see a deep pullback here. Because it's tough to buy calls at the top. I mean, like, we don't really want to buy calls at the top unless you see like maybe momentum candle or something like that. I don't like buying calls at the top. I want to buy it at the bottom. I don't want to buy calls at the top. I think that just makes sense. You know, sometimes we're gonna have enough strength to just continue up and it goes without you. I'm willing to take that. Like, I'm willing to miss out those trades. Or meaning I'm willing to let those trades go by. If it's just not, if it's thin liquidity and it's just going off the strength of the last play, it's not really my cup of tea. I want to see some pullback. Just like how we had right here. Perfect example. I mean, this is damn near, you know, maybe I was off by what? $0.20. Maybe I was off by 20 cents on the flexion. But, you know, hopefully we all understood what I meant by this. And look, what I'm telling you, we may not get 100% of the move, right? Because if the flexion was here, but the entry was here, you know, we didn't get, obviously, from here to here. So we're not going to get 100% of the move, but we're going to get something. We'll get something out of it. Okay, I'm gonna get up, walk around for a bit, circulate some blood. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. All right, Discord. Look at your 30-minute chart. Excuse me. Look at the trading plan for the bolt up. So you see where the entry would be ideal. It's already on your trading plan. Look, on this bolt up, I was off by, man, maybe 20 cents. Maybe 20 cents. If you look at keep in mind, I'm freehand drawing that stuff. I'm freehand drawing it. So I was off by maybe 20 cents or something for the flexion. Look at the, what do you call it? Hold on, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. I'd still like a pullback, me personally. Just don't overstay your welcome if you take this blue, because the risk to reward to the high of day is not a good risk to reward. If it shoots up from here, my bad. But I would prefer a deeper pullback. Remember, our entry was here, so you know we're still just in this play. If you're looking for an entry, it's probably not. You know, wait for the deeper pullbacks. All I'm saying. If it doesn't happen, then that means we missed the initial play, right? If it doesn't happen again, oh well. There's no reason to chase trades. We're not going to chase trades trying to make a buck. How about we secure the account and we take the education? If you're not in the Discord, you don't have access to the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart had our green ranger. The green ranger, meaning buy calls above this on the break and retest. So if you're not in the Discord, you don't have access to this. Everyone already knew. Everyone already knew how to make the money today. So if you're just tuning in, go to livespytrading.com. livespytrading.com. I'll get you sorted out. I'll be right back. I'm going to circulate some blood. Hey, look, if you're ready for action on Monday, then join this weekend. Join today, join whenever. If you're not ready for Action Monday, then wait for Sunday night or something like that to join so you can get your free session. But again, even in your free session, you don't have access to the chart, so you have to be a member to get access to the chart. You can still be in the live stream, you can get all the lessons and that stuff. You can join the other Discord members, but hold on. But if you this is still a thing, by the way, okay? This hasn't changed. This has not changed. But you can still get access to the Discord and trade with us, but you won't get the charts until you are an actual member. So, recap. If you're ready for Action Monday, join today. The price is going up. If you want to wait for your free trial, join Sunday or Monday, so you can get, because obviously the weekend is going to stop you out. I mean, it's going to end the free trial before you get a session. So time it properly if you're not ready. But if you're ready, go ahead and join. Keep in mind, the price is going up though. So caution, caution, caution. Now you know, you have all the information now. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with this information. This 5-minute chart we've already knew that. I even highlighted it green. Buy call here, and we're looking for puts here, right? Very simple. None of this is difficult. If you're not in the Discord, you didn't know. But now you know, so you have no excuse. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Hey, look, just like Netflix, if you don't want the ads, you gotta sign up in the .com. If you don't want the ads on your screen, go to the .com. All right, let's see what they do here. Let's see what they do. By the way, I probably won't be making a video today. Not that anyone watches it anyway. You guys don't watch it anyway. But yeah, I probably won't be making a video. Let's see what happens here. If we do break 80, what is this? 89.89. Let's look for a break and retest. By the way, all of these key levels were determined in pre-market. It's all determined in pre-market. All of this was decided before the market opened. You don't have to believe me. Go into the Discord. It's free to join for a little bit, for a trial. But go into the Discord, look into the analysis portion. We already knew everything that was going to happen today. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Look for the retest if you want puts. Look for the retest. If it shoots, then it shoots. But I would suggest you wait for the retest. Something like this. If you took this break of purple, don't overstay your welcome, right? If you're taking this purple, you have to go level by level now because you're fighting the trend. What we don't want to happen is for them to pick up the liquidity right here and take off on us. So wait for this. Or if you're looking for safety puts, you wait till we get below the 5. Start adjusting your stop. If you took the break of this purple, start adjusting your stop. Same thing with this purple. If you're taking this purple, you gotta chase this. Let's see if we get 2 red candles here before continuation. If we get back below the 20, you gotta hold on. You gotta wait. Because then we gotta clear this. Again, all of this is already on our 5-minute chart. This is literally already on our 5-minute chart. There's no surprise here. If you're not in the Discord, you're working against yourself. You are actively working against yourself and you're trying to make it day trading. It's not going to happen. Do you think anybody is surprised by this? Oh man. You think anybody's surprised? We've already prepared for this. We alright. We alright. If you want to be alright, if you want to be aight, boom. There you go. Don't say I never did nothing for you now. I have to get out of here early. I have to go to the doctor. I really want to sit here today, but I gotta get out of here early. I have to go to the doctor. I'm gonna be no good to anyone if I'm dead, and it's kind of important. It is very important, so I have to go to the doctor today. Man, I'm gonna get ready in the background. I'll just leave this playing, okay? So I'll stay as long as I possibly can. Are you amazed yet? Are you entertained yet? I'm entertained. Pretty entertaining. No one's amazed by this? This is just normal stuff? Can I get a like at least? Can someone hit the like button on YouTube? Was that not? You're never gonna make people happy. It doesn't matter what you do, right? I've seen people giving away money to YouTube creators for simply stating their opinion or reacting to other videos, and they're getting paid a lot of money. When you go to day trading, people are like, I don't know. I don't know, $1's too much. You never, listen, when you're dealing with these type of people, it is what it is. It is what it is. If this isn't impressive, then I simply don't know what is. These are my own personal key levels. No one else has these levels in the world. No one else has these key levels. These are my personal key levels. This is before the market opened. This is me freehand drawing. If you guys don't know, we got something special here. Very special. Ain't nobody doing this. They won't do it. You have to imagine. Why wouldn't someone risk their whole entire reputation live streaming the stock, calling out the stock market before it happens? Why do you think? Why do you think they're not doing it? They have no strategy that, and even if, I'm telling you what's going to happen before it happens. There's nothing more I can do. This is very valuable information, and there's people on TikTok that are like, you know what? I'm not going to spend the 99 cents. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. If you hit the like button, you're probably going to do good in life. If you didn't, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. And your parents probably didn't discipline you the way they should have. They didn't. You need a belt. That's just what it is. You need a belt. Anyways, I gotta go get ready for the doctor. Don't overtrade. I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's been my time. It's only because I have to go to the doctor. I would love to sit here and gloat all day. I love to gloat. I hate that word. I need to come up with a different word than gloat. It sounds so bad. Gloat. I don't think males should be gloating. It sounds weird. But anyways, I'm a prisoner of the English language at this moment. I would love to sit here and gloat all day. This is my favorite thing to do. But unfortunately, I have to go to the doctor. I need to stay healthy for the Discord members because they are relying on me, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. So I'm gonna have to call it here. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to livespytrading.com. If you're ready to rock, go ahead and join. If you're ready to rock, go ahead and join today. You'll be set up for Monday. If for some odd reason you're still confused, if you're still confused at the data that's right in front of your face, for some odd reason, then wait till Sunday night. Wait till like Sunday night so you can get the full 24 hours. Because over the weekend it's going to expire. But if you're ready to rock, let's rock. If not, take your time. We'll do it Monday. Okay? So I'm going to call it here. It's been a pleasure. YouTube, Discord, who else? X and Instagram and whoever else. It's been a pleasure. We're going to do it again next week. Have a good day. Goodbye.